Good morning. I was just playing with my Jenga blocks. I'm the best Jenga block builder in the world. I can make the tallest building. Have you ever played with Jenga? So I'm just going to put this pillow here so it's a little taller so you can see it. And I'm going to show you how I do it because I am super duper great and you can learn so much from me. Okay? So I put these here. I put this one here. And I'm going to put this one here. And that one, oh, this is going really well. See how tall it's getting? I bet I can go all the way up. Oh, what? I only had like, oh my gosh, 7 or 8 blocks. Let me try it again. Okay, so I'm going to put these two here. I'm sure I could do it much better this time because, as I said, I am really, really good at this. I always tell myself I'm the best at this. So no. Honestly, because before I had it all the way up to here. You know what? Maybe the problem is I need to have a little flatter surface. Maybe that's the problem. All right, so as I was a little bit too sure of myself, what do you think? Because as I recall, I think my family members actually were higher than me. I think they would tell you I was mistaken. I think I was a little puffed up about my block building capabilities. Do you think so? Sorry about that. Well, it reminds me of the story. One of the stories for today is Matthew 23. And Jesus talks about the Pharisees are all puffed up and they go, we really know the law. You have to listen to us. And he says, do as they say, but do not do as they do. So today's story is about cows that type. And these cows are a little puffed up with themselves and what they can accomplish because they know how to type. It's a very silly story. Let's listen to it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Click, Clack Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin. Pictures by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, click, clack, clickety, clack. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, click, clack, clickety, clack. It was bad enough. The cows had found the typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, electric blankets, cried Farmer Brown, busy at work. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today, Farmer Brown. No milk today. In the background, he could hear click, clack, click, clack, clickety, clack. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Well, the cows were growing impatient with Farmer Brown. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed, no milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. And in the background he heard them click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. He got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows. You are hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered round the barn to snoop, but none of them knew how to understand cow. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning, and he handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter
for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for the duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. What clack? Click clack. Click clack. Thanks for listening.
Oh, poor Farmer Brown. Do you feel bad for him? I bet he wants to sell those typing cows, chickens, and ducks because they're not doing what their job is. Their job was to produce food for him to sell. So, as I said in Matthew 23, Jesus warns us to be humble, not to be all prideful, and to have a firm foundation of love when we care for other people. And that means we don't look down on them. We don't think that we're better than they are. We just want to be kind to them and to take care of them or let them take care of us. So just remember the chickens and the cows and the little ducks that are just trying to be somebody that they're not. So don't try to be somebody that you're not. My mom always used to say to my four brothers and sisters and I, because we were always trying to catch her doing something she said we were supposed to do, and she doesn't do it. So we'd go, "Oh, Mom, you just said a bad word," and she'd say, "Do as I say, not as I do." And so I've always remembered that, and I think you can remember that too. And that's what Jesus said to the followers who went to the Pharisees. He said, listen to them. They've got good knowledge, but don't do what they're doing because they don't know how to put it into practice. So have a wonderful week, and thank you for listening to this silly story with me. I will talk to you next week. Bye.